campers. We're going to be talking today about purpose. My purpose. What is my purpose? Why did I come here to this world, to this life, right? And I'm going to give you 3 steps at the end of this video how to discover your purpose. What do you need to do to discover your true purpose? But first, I want to discuss what do we mean by purpose, just to make sure that we're on the same page, because I talk about purpose a lot on my channel, but I usually focus when it comes to purpose to people who come here for a specific they on a specific spiritual journey. And today I want to address this on a very generic level. So anyone, whoever you are, whatever your beliefs are, whatever you were born, right, whatever path you follow, you might not even be spiritual at all. Okay, I want this message to resonate with anyone, right? So let's start from defining the purpose, because many people misunderstand what do we mean when we say purpose. When we say, what's your purpose, discover your purpose, what's your mission in life, people oftentimes associate it with an actual job, something that you do, something that you need to be performing, doing in this world, right? And many times they link it to the career. But when we say purpose, we actually mean who you are, not what you do, okay? Because I want to explain this to you so it makes sense, so you really know and feel that I'm speaking the truth here. Think about manifestations. When we talk about manifestations, right? Manifesting things. You cannot really manifest a specific physical thing. You can only manifest vibration. And I'm going to explain this on an example of love, right? If you are in love with someone, a specific person that doesn't reciprocate or it's not flowing, no matter what you do, no matter how many affirmations, vision boards, or ridiculous manifestation techniques you do, you cannot manifest this person. But you can, however, manifest true love, true soul connection love. You can. But never in a specific object, right? Because we manifest frequency through emitting the same frequency, right? So it's similar to purpose. A purpose cannot be something that you do a specific job, because that is a physical thing. It changes. It will change depending on the direction that you take in life. It is a vibration, right? So your purpose is who you are. It doesn't matter what job you're going to be doing specifically, what company you're going to be working. It is about who you're going to be in this job, okay? How you're going to impact people. It is about your authentic self. Discovering your purpose is about discovering your authenticity, your authentic self. So again, just to give you an example, it is how you make people feel. So for some people, your purpose may be that you emit this authentic frequency of motivation. You motivate people, right? To some of us, it's going to be that you shake people. You make people think. You make people change their minds, right? You show them things that matter. To some, it may be that you have the soothing energy and people feel comfortable around you. They open up around you. They feel like they can be vulnerable around you, right? Some of us, they're going to have this charisma to trigger change, right? So it's about who you are and how you make people around you feel. And an important thing that I want to mention, because again, when we talk about these things, people oftentimes immediately go to a big scale, right? So big scale. So if I'm supposed to change, motivate, lead, soothe, I'm going to be having huge platform and leading masses. No. For most people, 90% of people on this planet, it's about you. Your purpose is specifically about you, to grow you, to change you. So it's gonna be, it will matter for the people immediately around you, but it will also trigger change within you. Okay, so for 90% of people, discovering your purpose will be your life's lesson to overcome certain things, and we'll talk about it in a second. And you will influence 1 or 2 people maybe, if even, right? Because it's not about that. It's not always global. It's not always grand scale. Granted, some people, that 10% will meant to change masses, to change, visibly, because we all change this world. And I want to give you a specific example. So, and I love this example because people often look at purpose also through social conditioning. They think that a true purpose, you have to be a doctor or activist or a lawyer or whatever. It's not true. So let's talk about fashion. Let's say you love fashion, okay? So when we say that your purpose is your authentic self is through expression of external, the way you look, the way you dress, and you absolutely love fashion, because remember what I always say, Bashar's rule: how to find purpose / alignment, act on your highest excitement without judging that excitement. So if that excitement is fashion, so be it, right? So when we say that your purpose is fashion, it doesn't freaking mean that you have to travel to New York or to Paris and become the next Coco Chanel, okay? It means that you are meant to link your purpose in your life with no expectation to fashion. Maybe you live in a very small town, okay, where people are a bit narrow-minded, and you are that man that is painting his nails, has very Johnny Depp kind of style, or you're a woman who's maybe you have a curvy, beautiful, feminine body, and you like wearing crop tops, which is frowned upon in this ridiculous society, right? But through that self-expression, through fashion, you will maybe change a life of one person. Even if it's one person, even if you will convince through who you are, what you do, one person, that it is just ridiculous. It doesn't matter what we wear, how we look, our body. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a self-expression, right? If you manage to change the mindset of that one narrow-minded person, maybe that person one day will be a mother or a father or a grandfather of someone who will then change masses, or even then will change next person, or will become that Coco Chanel, and it will be possible for them because you have changed the mindset of their parents or their grandparents. Do you know what I mean? So this is why we say don't look at the external expectation, because you may never know. The butterfly effect. You do it for you, okay? You do it for you. And now let's move to the how. I want to give you three steps how you discover your authentic self. So first thing you're going to do is ask yourself, who am I? Who am I? You can do it in your head. You can create a prompt in a journal. Who am I? Write it down on a card, right? And you really have to focus on removing social conditioning, cultural conditioning, religious conditioning, family conditioning. Who am I beyond conditioning? Who am I beyond what I was told by my parents, by people, by society, by media that I am, that I need to be? Who am I in my heart, in my core, in my unique frequency? What is it that I feel when I wake up in the morning? Who I want to be, what I want to do, okay? Because oftentimes part of that lesson of life is that it is somehow suppressed and silenced within us for us to give us the chance to overcome this, right? So I'm going to give you my own example. I myself was always silenced. I have a very natural within me. I can be very calm and very peaceful person, but I speak loudly. I love to express my opinions. I oftentimes have opinions that are, they shake people, right? And sometimes they take it as a tough love, but it is part of my mission. I am the destroyer, right? I crush with people that I meant to just like break something so they can see and reinvent the way they think about things, right? So I was always that person, in a family that would say something not appropriate or rude, right? It was always silenced. My mother would even criticize the way I speak, right? So shh. It's a thing in my culture that women should be like shh, very very delicate, very silent. Like, why you speak so loud? Someone will hear you. The neighbor will hear you. Why are you yelling? Shh. right? So oftentimes, obviously, there's more to my mission. Me being a spiritual teacher, I'm very tapped into my mission. But through this example, I want you to understand, because oftentimes we choose people in our family that are karmic, even if they're loving, even if they're amazing. Like I adore my mother, she's an earth angel, but we choose that karmic energy so we can grow, right? So they can friction with our authentic self. So those things that you truly who you are, oftentimes you will find either a person or a specific conditioning in your society, maybe in your culture, in the country you were born in, that it doesn't really fit, because it's a test for you to do it instead, to be you. Be you. That's your greatest gift, that frequency, right? So think about who you are before you were told to be someone, right? Step 2 is to heal. Unfortunately, people don't like to hear that. It's not a quick fix. It's something that you embark on a journey of healing. It takes years. It's hard work. It's consistency, dedication, through shadow work, through therapy, through shamanic healing, whatever you choose. I always say this. You will gravitate naturally towards what was meant for you. So for some people, it's going to be group therapy, self-help. For some, it's going to be spirituality, shadow workers like myself, working with a shadow worker. For some, it's going to be shamanic healing, variety of things you can do. But really heal, because we all have a natural frequency of our soul, and that is our authentic self, our authentic frequency. But that frequency is blocked by our shadows, by our woundings, by our traumas, by social conditioning, cultural conditioning, again, religious conditioning, family conditioning, by low vibrational blockages, by fear, by limiting beliefs, by separation, not understanding that we are all universe, right? So the more you heal, the more you understand, the more you connect the dots, the more you start to feel into what is really blocking that frequency of yours and where it's coming from, how to remove that, right? And last step is when you will start to understand who you are really, and you'll start to heal and release that authentic self. A lot of people, I myself can tell you this from experience, but a lot of people I work with now, 90% of people don't really know who they are. People who've never embarked on a journey of healing, they have no idea who they are. They think that they know who they are. But the moment they start healing, they go into that rabbit hole. There's a thing after thing after thing, and they realize how much they were told who they're supposed to be. And that authentic self is so suppressed that when it finally comes out, it feels like another person. It feels right, but it feels like I don't know you. It's scary, right? So believe me when I say, if you have not embarked on a journey of healing that lasted a long time and you put your work into it, you don't truly know. You may feel, you may sense. We all tap into that. Soul is speaking to us all the time. But to really understand it, to really embody it, healing is very important. So once you know who you are, once you've done your healing, you stand in a place of light, you've released the shadows, you've integrated the shadows, maybe better said. Think about, because remember what I said, this is your last first step. Think about what I said. For most people, right, your purpose is about you, your lesson, your life's lesson. Over 90% of souls incarnating in human bodies here on earth, your mission will be about you. And there's no point in not wanting that, because truly those of us that our mission expands over ourselves and our immediate community, it's a very difficult life, right? And you will get there one day. We're all one. Eventually, lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, you as a soul will be ready to come here, not just for your lesson and your growth and the change of few people around you, but to change masses, to cause that chain reaction that will raise vibration of the whole planet. But we all contribute to it. We all contribute to it. And some people, sometimes I talk to people and I feel like people wish they were on that path, but they don't really even are able to embark on a journey of healing. Those of us who are healers of the world, We have to deeply hear ourselves every day, every shadow, every little thing. And it's painful and it's hard work. It's beautiful. It's a gift. And you will get there eventually. But if in this lifetime you don't feel like this is it, don't push it. Again, for most people, your life is about you, your lesson, right? And you will always change someone. The more authentic you are, the more people you will change. You will cause that ripple effect, right? So the final step is to think in concept of your life. What was blocking me in the first place? What was causing these wounds? When you know who you are, when you've healed, the question is, I was like this from the beginning. So what in life cut my wings, put me in a cage, blocked me? Because those will be your karmic lessons. And in order to truly learn them, you need to be mindful. So for some of you, it's going to be people, parents, siblings, childhood friends. For some of you, it will be that you fell into that social conditioning or religious conditioning. For some of you, it will be, the opinions of masses, social media, what you see, what we hear, right? So knowing what it was that was blocking that frequency, and the fear within you as well, because external things are just a projection. So in the end, it will be that fear within you. But knowing it, you will be truly able to close these lessons and learn, because this is how we close karmic lessons. We acknowledge them, we learn, we change, we shift, we never go back. And once you do that, you just are. There's nothing for you to do. Go back to what I said in the beginning. Your mission, your purpose is not a job. It's not how you get your pentacles. It's not what you do on a daily basis, not the company you work for, not how you make living. It's who you are. And once you tap into that frequency, it will never change. No matter what company, what specific job you do, it will never change because it's you. And you just are. You just are. You spread the joy, you spread you. You enjoy life, because life truly has no meaning except the meaning we give to it. But the most beautiful meaning we can give to life is to discover our gifts and give them to others, to contribute to the quality of life on earth, to the quality of life around you, people around you, because we are all one. We're all in this together. Separation is just a temporary illusion to live this human experience. So the more you understand that, the more you want to give back. This is true awakening. This is true purpose, that you stop being, I want love, I want fulfillment, I want to be a mother, I want to be a wife, I want to be famous, whatever is it that you say, demands. Treating universe as it was genie in a bottle. When you walk through these steps and you become your authentic you understand that the question is, how can I give back? What can I give to people? What change can I make, even if it is within one person? What can I leave behind? What gifts do I have that I cherish so greatly, that God has given these gifts to me, that are part of me, that I can share with others?